how about a prediction? What do you think will happen next year with the presidential election? Just give me your thoughts as a Republican strategist and looking at it from a broader perspective. Where do you see the Republican Party next year? And let's say they do take over the White House. Let's say they maintain uh, their uh, their majority in the House, and let's say they take over the Senate. How do you see them governing the country moving forward? And how do you think they will deal with all the culture wars that we're facing, including the issue of CRT and DeSantis being one major player trying to stop that from being taught in schools in Florida.
Well, yeah, just so your audience know, I was Ron DeSantis' senior advisor when he ran for governor in 2018, the
Mhm.
first time. So I'm very familiar with him and his core values. But Republicans will win the White House, whether it's DeSantis, Trump, or some other person, number one. And the reason why, and they're going to get a lot of traditional Democratic vote, because I'm telling you, this radical lurch to the left by Biden on homosexuality, on foreign affairs, on economic policy, because you think the economy is bad now, you have not seen anything. It's about to get very, very
Mhm.
bad for the average worker. The billionaire, they'll continue to be billionaire, but it's going to hurt Pookie and Raheem them on the street level, and that's when the bottom is going to fall out. Nobody respects America again. Do you think under any circumstances, if Trump was still president, China would have sent that balloon over here? And then if they did have the crazy guts to do that, do you think Trump would have waited 5 days before we shot it down? Do you think Trump would have had the withdrawal from Afghanistan, where we still to this day have American citizens stuck in Afghanistan and nobody in the media is talking about it? Do you think that Iran and will be puffing their chest out? We are ridiculed. I deal with world leaders all around the world, and I talk to them all the time. Privately, nobody respects Joe Biden and our foreign policy. And America, at its weakest point, we've had probably since World War One, and it's only go.
Mm.
And so the American people see all these issues converging. They don't like the America they see when they look in the mirror. And they're going to vote for radical change back to the middle. We're not going to go far right, but Biden has taken us so far left that America is unrecognizable. Isn't it amazing? We talk about there's 100,000 American citizens dying every year from fentanyl overdose, drug, and mostly white folks. We know it's coming from China through Mexico, and we still will not shut down our border. And guess who all this illegal immigration is hurting most? Black folks. And nobody's even talking about it. So all those issues are going to cause I would say north of 20-25% of traditional Democrats to swing over and vote Republican. And if we get 60-70% of the independent voters and keep our Republican base intact, game, set, and match.
Okay, so you're pretty hopeful, and you think that the basically the Republicans are going to win the culture wars that are currently being played out.
If they show some spine right now while we're on the congressional level,
Mhm.
because unfortunately, too many Republicans are just as liberal on these cultural issues and values. For example, I think it was in December before the new Congress came in. Do you realize now that transsexual folks are a protected class under Title VII of the Civil Rights Act?
Yeah, that was
21 Republicans voted for that.
yeah, yeah, that was a recent announcement. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but again, that's crazy, and it's offensive as heck to me as a black person, someone who was directly impacted by the segregation of the 60s and watching my parents have dogs unleashed on them and water hoses and kings assassinated. And you're going to vote for some craziness like this? I mean, it's crazy. We got to bring some sanity back. And that's why I think we'll take back the White House, regardless of who our nominee is come next year. And hopefully we're going to get you on board with the team.
Hey, you just in the right direction.